Episode 288. The dining hall had mostly emptied out after the meal, but Vice Captain Zhang Xinji continued eating his own food at a steady, unhurried pace. His rhythm between rice and dishes was methodical. A few bites of rice, then one bite of a side dish. Which dish would he pick next? Jiang Yu quickly picked up the pattern. Judging by his pace, Zhang Xinji seemed set to finish every last grain of rice and morsel of food. Jiang Yu, having wolfed down his own meal in record time, could only wait in silence. Sure enough, he'd polished off every last grain of rice and scrap of food. Jiang Yu thought he was finished and was just about to speak when he saw Zhang Xinji finally reach for his soup bowl. He drank the bowl of soup, filled to 4/5, one silent spoonful after another. Only when he set the bowl down and wiped his mouth with a napkin did Jiang Yu still not dare to speak. He stared at the toothpick holder on the table, wondering, does the vice captain need to use a toothpick too before the meal is truly finished?
But just then, Zhang Xinji set down his napkin and looked over.
What can I do for you?
It's about something in the game.
Jiang Yu answered quickly. So Jiang Yu recounted the whole story of his last visit. He'd originally intended to speak with Captain Han Wenqing, but the sight of him reprimanding someone had scared him off before he could say a word, and in just these few short days, there was already a whole new batch of developments to report.
He detailed the Blue Brook Guild's woes, and then their own. In truth, Jiang Yu didn't know the half of it. The three most powerful guilds in the game were all having a rough time in the 10th server.
Jiang Yu knew about Blue Brook Guild and the tyrannical ambition situations. As for Herb Garden, Lord Grimm nearly cleaned out their guild's entire stockpile. Even the pro teams that had descended on the 10th server got absolutely schooled by Lord Grimm in the arena, looking like total noobs. If Jiang Yu knew about this, even if he knew he'd get chewed out by Han Wenqing, he'd have come running long ago to be able to crush even the championship team Tiny Herb. Just who is this Lord Grimm? Zhang Xinji simply listened quietly as Jiang Yao recounted everything.
And then Specialized, with a weapon that can change forms, single-handedly suppressed all four of you.
Zhang Xinji's expression shifted at these 3 points, clearly details that surprised him. Beyond that, he didn't ask much about the boss incident Zhang Yu found most frustrating. Instead, he focused on their first team wipe. Jiang Yu asked many questions about the tactics Lord Grimm's team had used, but as he hadn't paid much attention to the details at the time, he couldn't answer about their strategy.
Vice Captain Zhang really does pay close attention to tactics.
He thought to himself, in the Glory Pro League, there are 4 tactical masters. No, now there are only 3. Zhang Xinji is one of them. The other 2 are Blue Rain's captain, Yu Wenzhou, and Thunderclap's captain, Xiao Shiqin. Teams like Tyranny and Blue Rain are well-rounded powerhouses, but Thunderclap is far from a top-tier team. He relies on his captain, Xiao Shiqin, to meticulously break down tactics and grind out wins, occasionally pulling off some obscure unorthodox tricks. As for the 4th, who's no longer in the running, that's the already retired Ye Qiu.
This Lord Grimm you mentioned does sound rather unusual. Do you have an account for him?
I'll go with you to take a look.
Zhang Xinji concluded.
Oh yes, there is.
Jiang Yu quickly replied.
I'll come over to your place this afternoon.
Don't you have training this afternoon?
I'll take the afternoon off.
Jiang Yu naturally didn't dare question Zhang Xinji's decision in the slightest. He had to treat any pro player with the utmost care, let alone a vice captain. These guys are the club's VIPs. After leaving the restaurant, Jiang Yu returned to the guild studio and immediately contacted Night Howler. Can you find a level 33 cleric account fast? When Zhang Xinji asked him, Jiang Yu answered without hesitation that he did. In fact, all the backup accounts for the 10th server were concentrated with its guild leader, Night Tide Cold Pool. Unlike Tiny Herb, where people could conveniently get accounts from Carriage before Child, Cold Knight, and the Tyranny Club weren't even in the same city. It had been a real hassle just to get Jiang Yu's love to join the fun and that striker account.
A cleric account? How about Nightless's?
Nightless was in the same city as the Tyranny Club, but Cold Night Crossing was just asking casually. He figured it probably wouldn't work. Nightless's skills were already considered top tier within the entire Tyranny Guild. The guild's top cleric already had an account logged in, and he'd already died twice. As for other clerics, their skill level is about the same as Yi Weiyang's. He could just join the fight himself. There's no need to lend his account to a player of equal caliber.
All right, tell him to come over this afternoon.
Jiang Yu agreed immediately, which took Cold Night Crossing by surprise. He asked curiously,
Who's going to use it?
He racked his brains, but he simply couldn't picture anyone who could easily replace Yi Weiyang.
Vice Captain Zhang.
With Night Chill, Jiang Yu held nothing back.
On the other end of the line, Yi Duhantan let out a soft, surprised exclamation.
The vice captain is taking the field himself. I went and talked to him. He said he'd come take a look. Tell Ye Weiyang to hurry up and bring the account card over. Right away.
Night River Hantan nodded eagerly. He hadn't expected Zhang Xinjie himself to take the field. In that case, Ye Weiyang couldn't possibly have any objections no matter how skilled he was. He couldn't compare to a pro player. After hanging up Night Tide, Cold Pool immediately contacted Yi Weiyang, far from objecting. Yi Weiyang was super excited. He was a core member of the Tyrannical Ambition Guild, and he played a cleric. What status did Zhang Xinjie hold in his heart? That goes without saying. To have Zhang Xinjie borrow your account is an honor at RPM sharp. The time when club training should have begun, Zhang Xinjie appeared punctually at the guild studio.
Over here, Jiang Yu had already gathered a group of people waiting eagerly. But the moment Zhang Xinjie walked through the door, they were stunned. He was just supposed to be here to look around.
Zhang Xinjie had even brought his own keyboard and mouse. Professional players almost always have their own gear, as different equipment inevitably has some effect on their performance.
In the high-stakes arena of the Pro League, such details are critical. But here,
even for a simple trip to a new server zone, a top-tier pro like Zhang Xinjie had brought his own keyboard and mouse. Jiang Yu and the others finally got a taste of his meticulous, no room for error attitude.
With a heart full of excitement, Yi Weiyang personally handed his account over to his idol. Meanwhile, Jiang Yu had already removed the keyboard and mouse from the computer prepared for Zhang Xinjie, connecting his own set instead. Zhang Xinjie took his seat.
Jiang Yu and Striker took seats at the computers flanking Zhang Xinjie, and the trio quickly logged into the game. Yi Weiyang, having no account of his own now, naturally couldn't re-enter the game.
But he was secretly glad he didn't have to log in, as it gave him a front-row seat to watch Zhang Xinjie's gameplay. The rest of the studio, unwilling to miss this chance, quickly gathered around to spectate. Jiang Yu was initially worried Zhang Xinjie might be displeased, but seeing his utterly indifferent expression, Jiang Yu said nothing more.
该音频由AI生成。